I see a lot of folks joining in. That's great. Awesome. I think they have started streaming as well. Hey, I see introductions have already started coming in on chat here. That's great. I see Abdul has joined us from Pakistan, Elias from Morocco, Gopika from Mysore, Irtaka Arush from Pakistan. Awesome. Keep the introductions coming in. Just to introduce myself once again, I'm Rasha Khan and I'm your host for today's webinar. And I'm joining all the way from Bangalore, India. And you can just let us know you're here by dropping us a hello on the chat and telling us your name and where are you joining us from. So it's a global event, so you'll be seeing a lot of people joining from different countries, and that makes it pretty interesting and diverse. And why miss an opportunity of networking and also get to know fellow attendees here, right? It's in today's program preview. We'll be talking about how you can break into a rewarding full stack developer career with MERN Stack. With the full stack developer MERN Stack Masters program by Simplilearn. We'll be talking more about the program insights and what exactly does it cover. We'll be talking about careers also in FSD in 2024, and there's a lot we'll be covering in this pre-program preview for you folks. I see the introductions are coming in. That's great. Meanwhile, we are also streaming live on a YouTube channel, and I see instructions have started coming in on the YouTube live chat box as well. So I see Komulova says, how are you? I'm great, Komula. Would love to know where are you joining us from. And Peter says, watching from Kenya. I see G Shepherd saying, I'm watching from NJ. And a lot of hellos and highs there. Awesome. Meanwhile, you guys are giving your introductions, and I see a lot of new folks have joined in. Please don't worry, we are just starting the session and we are just doing quick round of hellos hi on the chat here. We can see folks are giving down their introductions on the chat. So I'm Rasha Khan, I'm your host for today's webinar, and I'm joining all the way from Bangalore, India. Would love to know where are you joining us from and your name as well on the chat. If you have joined us on Zoom, on the Zoom chat, webinar chat, and on YouTube, then YouTube live chat box. Okay, let me just quickly take you to the ground rules we have here. So these are a few quick and easy ground rules. You'll have to follow just to have an amazing experience during this webinar. And I want to make sure of that. So the first rule here is you have to put down your questions in the Q&A box. So now the Q&A box, this is for folks who have joined us on Zoom, is just beside the webinar chat box, where we can see your amazing introductions coming in. And for folks who have joined us on YouTube, you can put down your questions in the YouTube live chat box. I'll be keeping a close eye on it, so you don't have to worry. I'm paying attention to the YouTube live chat box as well. Okay. Just wanted to check in. Is my voice audible to you folks? They can just reply by dropping as a yes or no. Is my voice audible, clear to you folks? Just making sure that you are able to hear me, that's all. Okay, I see a lot of yeses. And yeah, awesome. Thank you so much, folks, for letting me know. And the session has been recorded in case you want to go through the recording of this session once again, in case you have missed anything, in case you want to just quickly browse through the webinar recording also. So you can just expect a follow-up email from us with the recording link. And the webinar certificate is for folks who stay till the end and who basically fill up the post-webinar survey form. It has 3 simple, easy questions like, how did you like the webinar? And then what name would you like to see, a full name on the webinar certificate for attending this webinar? And then the third one, what suggestions you might have, to make these webinars better. So 3 simple, easy questions. You will have to stay till the end. This session is of 16 minutes of duration. So once the duration ends, you will be seeing that pop-up. And I know a lot of you folks have just joined. We are just starting off. We are not missed anything. I have just quickly taken folks through the ground rules we have here. So in case you have missed it, please don't worry. I'll share it on the chat as well. And I'll nudge it towards the end as well. So in case you have any questions, I'm there on the chat. I'm with you, and I'll be answering you. I'll be replying to you in the chat. So please don't worry. And this program is powered by Simplilearn, world's #1 online bootcamp. We are very proud that we have been in the digital skill space for almost more than a decade now. And we have transformed lives by empowering people via these digital skills. And the skill which we are going to talk today is the full stack developer MERN stack program skill. We have advanced over 5 lakh plus careers on over 150 plus countries. And we have 800 plus qualified trainers, who do an amazing job with these programs we have for Simplilearn. Talking about today's agenda, quickly taking you through that. The first and the most important agenda of today's session is about you. Why about you? Because we would love to know, how we can help you out in your career, especially today's topic, full stack development, how we can help you out in your FSD career, how we can basically, answer and address, your queries you might have in this session. So you are the most important agenda here, to start with. And the second agenda here is about careers in full stack development in 2024. We'll be diving into what careers are, the top careers in FSD, and talking more about that with the expert. And then we'll be moving on to the full stack Java developer MERN stack master's program by Simplilearn. What this program exactly offers, how this program gets you job ready, how this program learning environments look like. So what exactly happens in this program, and how exactly this program gets you, in this particular field ahead. And based on the interest you share with us, we'll be taking you through the enrollment steps of the program. Those are very quick and easy. And that is where we will share the program fee and the upcoming cohort, which you can join. And then the last agenda, which is the most important as well, is the Q&A part. So in case you have any questions, I'm pretty sure you're here because you're interested and you're curious to know about it, and you might have a lot of questions for our speaker. So please make sure you put down your questions in the Q&A box for folks who have joined us on Zoom. If you put it on the chat, I might miss it, and our speaker will pay attention to the Q&A box whenever he gets the time. So it is in the end, but if the speaker gets the time, we'll try to answer it throughout the session also whenever we have time. Similarly, for folks who have joined us live on our YouTube channel, you can also put down your questions in the Q&A box, as I mentioned earlier. So as I mentioned, the first and the most important agenda of today's session is about you, getting to know a little bit about you. So let's start with a quick poll. So let's start with how many years of experience do you currently have? So I'm just launching a quick poll here. Folks who have just joined us, please don't worry, you have not missed anything. We are just starting off. And the ground rules, which I've already covered, I'll nudge about them on the chat. So you don't have to worry about that, please don't. Yeah, I see folks have started responding for the poll here. And I see Amir Khalid on the chat asking if this event is recorded or not. It is not recorded. I'm live, Khalid, if that answers your question. Let's see what are the options here are, which you already have started voting for. First one here is currently studying, second one 0 to 3 years, and the third one 3 to 5 years, and the fourth one more than 5 years. I see a lot of new folks have just joined in. So just to let you know that we were just doing a quick round of introductions on the chat here. And just to getting to know a little bit about, fellow attendees who have joined us. So I'm just putting on introduction on the chat once again. I'm Rasha Khan, and I'm your host for today's webinar. And I'm joining all the way from Bangalore, India. Would love to know where are you joining us from with your name on the chat. Do let us know by if you have joined by dropping us a hello on the chat. It's always good to network at these events before we start. Oh, I see someone has joined us from Indonesia. And would love to know your name. And from Africa, hi, I'm from Africa. Rajan says, hey, I'm Rajan. I see Rajesh. Oh, okay. Rajesh has joined us from Africa. Welcome, Rajesh. I see Shushant has joined us from India. Williams from Nigeria. And Abdul from Ghana. Baba Tunde from Nigeria. Graham from South Africa. Kalki Dan from Ethiopia. Modi from Nigeria. Great. Keep the introductions coming in. I know a few of you have just joined, so we can still go and put the introductions on the chat. Please don't worry. Awesome. I see most of you have responded for this poll. So let me just quickly end this poll in 5 seconds now. Last 5 seconds, folks. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me end the poll. And also share the results with you. Let's see what have you voted for. We see 58% of you are currently studying. 20% of you have 0 to 3 years of experience. 8% of you have 3 to 5 years of experience, and 15% of you have more than 5 years of experience. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. That definitely gives us an idea of what kind of crowd with an experience has joined us. Now moving on to the speaker introduction here. Would love to welcome Akash here, who is the speaker for an expert for today's webinar. Akash here has a total 18 years of experience in IT field, in training as well as in development. Also, he has expertise in Java, UI, and cloud-related technologies like Core, J, Spring Framework, Spring Boot, HTML5, CSS3, JavaScript, Angular, React.js, MySQL, Oracle, MongoDB, AWS, and Azure. I think this is just a small list compared to a lot of expertise he has, which he will be sharing it himself. And also he has delivered more than 250 plus precious, as well as a later batch in the all IT industry, and like IBM, TCS, and Wipro, Deloitte, Samsung, EY, Infosys, Hexaware, just to name a few of them. So Akash, would like to welcome you. A very good evening. It's always a pleasure hosting you. We have an interesting program review lined up for the full stack developer masters program. I'm pretty sure the introduction which I've given about you does not cover the amount of skills and expertise you have. So I'm pretty sure the audience here would love to know from you as well, about your own experience.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, hi guys, Akash here. So already Rasha Khan given my introduction. So if you see in this industry, I have more than 18 plus year of experience now. So starting after finish my post graduation, I worked 2+ year in development, and after that 16 plus in training field now. When I come to the technology wise, I'm very strong in a Java related technologies, UI related technologies, then cloud, database. So you can say like a full stack, Java full stack, main stack, MERN stack, cloud stack now. I deliver a lot of training for different IT industries where the main client for me is IBM, TCS, Wipro, Deloitte, Hexaware, and still more now. Yeah, next slide.
We'll start with talking about careers in full stack development in 2024, starting with how exactly FST gets me.
See, when you come to the FSD here now, so what is happening here now? Java full stack development here now. When you come to Java full stack development, there more and more software migration happening now. In a backend, Java is there, Python is there, Node.js is there, or still a lot of languages are there now. But what is the limitation of front end and backend is what now? Backend we need to learn any one of the language. If I take example like a Java, or we need to learn the Python, or we need to learn the .NET now. And when you come to the front end, you need to start with again HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, or some other technologies are in the market. You heard about the Angular is there, React is there, Vue.js is there, or still more front end technologies are there now. So these are talking about here now. Backend one language, front end one languages are there now. So some people already know Java, they need to learn the completely front end technology. If they know front end, they need to learn the backend technologies are there now. So these are things we are talking about more and more software in migrating to the web apps and web enabled systems. So systems are more than the sum of the front end, back end, and database. Because if you want to develop any web application, if I take the Gmail application, so what we can see the Gmail, the front end is a Gmail, the web page we created using the Angular consider or using React.js now. Now, once you've done the login, we need some programming language. It can be Java, it can be Python, or it can be Node.js. And then we need to interact with the database. The database can be MongoDB or Oracle or MySQL. So that's what we are going to discuss here now. And the software developers need to be understand the full web stacks now. That's called full stack, maybe using Java, Python, or any other language. Yeah, next slides. So when you come into the full stack now, so what are the full stack developers they do now? So develop both front end, back end solutions of them. So the person going to learn the completely from back end to front end now. Collaborate with the cross-functional teams for the project execution. The person has the complete knowledge. implement and maintain the databases. Database means generally I can tell to store the data permanently in some formats are there. An API, that's called application programming interface. So generally we want to connect backend and front end. We need nowadays REST API. We call application programming interface now. And ensure the responsiveness and optimization of the applications because the performance also very important, look and feel also very important. And I'm running the application using different device, maybe mobile device or maybe laptop or desktops are there. And debug and troubleshoot issue across the stacks now. So we need to understand from front end to back end with the testings, any issue occurs, that is taken care by full stack developers. When you come to the DevOps engineer now, so automate development process because nowadays also development and operation teams are there now. So we don't want only person know development part. We need the operation team also that one now. So that's called DevOps, development and operation engineers are there now. So automate the development process and configure how to deploy the application with something like a CI/CD tools are there, Docker is there, Kubernetes are there. So monitor the system performance and implement the scalability of the solutions and establish the maintain the CI/CD tool. What is CI means? Continuous integration, continuous deployment now. And implement the security measures, ensure the compliance, and collaborate with development and operation teams for the seamless now. So this part is taken care of by DevOps engineer. So DevOps means we need development plus operation, both we need to combine now. Yeah, next slide. Technical lead now. So the person, when you want to become a technical lead, the person must be work on some of the technologies. And we can't say only one technology, you need to learn multiple technologies are there now. So guide and mentor the development teams. Okay. Make technical decision and provide the architect guidance for them now. Okay. Because he or she need the complete knowledge how it's work in industry now using the agile concept now. Ensure the adherence of the coding standards and best practice. So person knows the complete all the concepts are there. Communicate with the project status with the stakeholders because nowadays we're using the agile concept we're using more now. So the person need the front end, back end, how to manage. That's called like architect level now. And facilitate the problem solving and decision making within the team. So this person need the complete knowledge about the all the concept. Then coming to the UI and UX developers are there. So user interface. Okay, this is now design user interface front end. This is a completely front end part now. Okay, experience, create the wireframes. Okay, collaborate with the developers and implement the designs for that, conduct the usability of testing and gather user feedbacks and ensure the consistency of usability across the platform. So this type of different developers will come technical lead, DevOps, full stack and UI/UX developers. Yeah, next slide.
Thank you so much, Akash, for taking us through these full stack development roles and the responsibilities. Now that we have talked about what exactly full stack developer does, how exactly FSD gets built, what are the top roles and responsibilities in the full stack developer field here. So you're here because you're interested in full stack development and curious about it. So we would love to know what exactly is stopping you, from becoming a full stack developer. So I'm just launched a quick poll right now which says, what's stopping you from becoming a full stack developer. So this is to understand what are the challenges you might be facing when it comes to becoming an FSD expert. I'm just going to read out these options for you. This is a multiple choice poll, folks. We can select multiple options here as well because there can be multiple concerns or challenges you might be facing, right? The first one here is, I can't find a program with a fully comprehensive curriculum. And the second one, I wouldn't get the practical exposure to become job ready. And the third one, I find it difficult to learn from pre-recorded videos. And the fourth one, my work schedule won't allow me enough time for learning. So as I was speaking, I see that most of you have already started responding for the poll here. That's great. Also, if these options do not cover your challenges or your concerns when it comes to pursuing a career in FSD, the Q&A box is open for you folks. We have already started getting some fantastic questions here on the chat. Sorry, not in the Q&A box. And we will be addressing those queries whenever the speaker gets time, as I mentioned earlier. But yeah, please keep the questions coming in. You can put down your questions in the Q&A box. If you have any concerns or challenges, we will address your queries whenever the speaker gets time. And if you have put down a question, I have actually replied to a few of the queries here, just to elaborate your question more for our speaker. So that will be really helpful. So want to make sure you get the help what you're looking for through the Q&A box. Awesome. I think most of you have responded for the poll here. And last 5 seconds for the poll here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me end the poll. I see you folks are still voting. So let me give me 5 extra seconds. No worries. I see the polls are still moving. Okay, I see one query by Abdul Wahab here on the chat. I want syllabus to cover what development. So Abdul will be talking about the program in the next slides, and we'll be sharing with you the whole syllabus and the learning path, all the details of the program. So please don't worry. Okay, I think I'll be closing the poll now. I've given you a few extra seconds. So closing the poll and also sharing the results with you folks. Let's see what have you voted for. Okay, let's see, 45% of you have given votes for my work schedule won't allow me the time for learning, and 37% of you have voted for I can't find a program with a fully comprehensive curriculum. And 29% of you have voted for I wouldn't get the practical exposure I need to become job ready. And 18% of you have voted for I find it difficult to learn from pre-recorded videos. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. And as I mentioned earlier, the Q&A box is completely open in case you want to go through the basically questions once again, in case you have any queries, the Q&A box is open for you folks. Now starting with the program introduction, the full stack developer, Java developer master's program, MERN stack. This we have in collaboration with IBM. We'll be talking more about what is the IBM advantage here. It comes with a learning, industrial and learning path. It has a comprehensive curriculum. We'll be talking about how exactly the learning paths look like in detail. I think we've gotten a few questions about the learning path. So we'll be covering that, please don't worry. And also, we've gotten a lot of basically votes for, this basically program will not get me job ready. So we have a solution for that. We have integrated case studies and hands-on projects for practical experience, which you can add to your portfolio. We'll be talking more about these projects and how exactly these projects are going to help you out to showcase that experience, which your future employers are looking for. Also, here the interaction is online live virtual classrooms. You get to interact with the peer and the instructors as well. And also this program duration of 6 months. And as we saw that a lot of you are working professionals or have commitments, it makes it very flexible to fit your lifestyle. You can just give 10 to 15 hours per week for completing this program. Now moving on to the eligibility and the prerequisites of the program. So I think I see a few questions, if I'm eligible to take up this program or not. So let me just quickly share that with you so you have a clarity on that. So here you need to have any technical degree or equivalent to take up the program. You need to have basic programming language and are not required to have prior professional experience. So if you don't have experience, it's totally okay. But if you have experience, that's totally okay. That's also like a plus. Let's now move on to the next agenda of today's session, how this program, the full stack Java developer MERN stack master's program prepares you. So starting with the learning path here. So Akash, please can you take us through how this program exactly builds the learner's FSD skills step by step, starting with the induction for the full stack development MERN stack program, and over to you.
Yeah. So what we'll do in this MERN stack program now, we'll start from front end to back end and the database now. Let's suppose we'll go from the bottom to up here now. So introduction to full stack development, that's a MERN stack. So when I say the MERN stack, so M is called MongoDB, or some people, if you know database, MySQL now. So only difference MySQL and MongoDB, MySQL means it will store in a table format. MongoDB non-table format, which is called JSON format. So preferable MongoDB if I'm going to use the MERN stack, and E is called Express.js now. So the people, if you know any programming language like a Java, Python, like that, using Node.js, we can develop the RESTful API, which will help to communicate to the front-end technology, and that is called Express.js now. R is called React.js, okay, which is called front-end side technology, and N is called Node.js. So I'll repeat once again, MERN, that's called MERN stack, MongoDB, Express.js, React.js, Node.js now. So this is completely front-end, back-end is one of the scripting language that's called JavaScript now. So when you come to here now, we'll build a strong MERN stack foundation for here now. So what are things we're going to cover here? We'll give first introduction and build the strong MERN stack foundation for you. And we generally start from the front end side now. So front end side, we'll give the idea about some self-learning content and the live session for you. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, okay, which is called basic as the one JavaScript. And then we'll cover the React.js now. So this is a React.js is a front end for us now with the Bootstrap also features are there. And while developing the application, we need some rules and regulation which you need to follow. So that is we are going to cover in a data structure. So that's called data structure and algorithms, which we cover using the JavaScript. Because when you want to learn the React.js, your JavaScript must be strong. Okay. So that part up to here, we can say it is a completely front end part we will cover. So which will cover HTML, CSS, JavaScript, basic as the advanced, and the React.js with data structure and algorithms. Then we'll move to the backend technology. So old time, if you want to develop the backend technology, we were depending upon some languages like a Java, Python, PHP, or any other languages. So that language had their own advantages are there. So we can't say like a MERN stack is replacement of Java stack or Java stack is replacement of Python stack. So every stack has their own advantages are there as well as limitations are there. No. So here we're going to learn the backend technology using the Node.js. Now. So Node.js is one of the runtime environment. After Node.js, nowadays we can say JavaScript, also known as a server-side programming language. Because before Node.js, JavaScript only known as a client-side scripting language. If you want to learn backend side technology, we were depending upon some programming languages. But after Node.js, which provided a lot of modules, one of the module called Express.js, which help to connect the backend technology. And your database is where preferable MongoDB. Some people ask, or some client will ask, no, we want MySQL, or some people ask Oracle database also. Depend upon the client also, we can change it now. And after develop this part now, then we'll take the real-time applications. Like you can say any e-commerce application, banking application, Sensex applications, or like a Gmail, Facebook, anything now, which is developed using the full stack developments are there. And we collaborate with the IBM organizations are for every different batch, we will change the real-time application. This is not like every batch will get the same examples. So that's called Capstone project, which will combine front-end, back-end database. And after each modules, we are going to cover face-end project. So when I say to this part, we'll develop one face-end project front-end, then back-end. And after this, at this phase, you're going to develop the real-time application that's come under the Capstone project.
Thank you so much, Akash, for taking us through these steps, how this program builds learners' FSD skills. Also talking about the elective here, IBM reactive architecture, reactive microservices being, one of the electives. Elective here is optional. It comes as a part of the program. It is up to you if you want to take them up. Talking about how you can master in-demand tools, libraries, and platforms through this FSD master's program. So Akash, maybe you can shed some light how these tools are really important for a learner to build their skills through the learning, which we have already discussed.
Okay. So what will happen now when you come to the full stack nowadays? These are the technologies, some participants who already work in some organization or some people new to this technologies are there heard about this now. So what has happened now when you come to the front end side, you can see HTML, okay, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So this is like a basic things are there now. Even the nowadays JavaScript is very, very important. So with the help of this part, we can develop what here now, front end side technology we can develop now. After this, what is happening here now? We want to share the data. I'll repeat, we want to share the data between one team to another team because nowadays I can't say I'm only one person who's going to develop the whole application because we need to work in one application. There are a lot of people we need to support now. And to share the data, one of the concepts we are using like a Git now. So Git is help to share the data between one person to another person. They will keep the track, which person done the changes, how many times they done the changes. That is taken care by Git now. And now with the help of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, you can create the front end side now. But when it comes to enterprise level application, we want something like a library or frameworks are there now. So nowadays, preferable one of the famous library part of Facebook, which is created by React.js now. So React.js is a part of Facebook. Like even Angular also there are there. So these are the two front ends of technology nowadays using in the industry. One is the Angular part of Google. That's called mean stack. So only R now. So here React.js we are going to cover nowadays. It is simple to learn if the people from non-programming background or they have some basic knowledge about some programming, they can learn very easily. So this React, HTML, CSS, JavaScript come as a front end now. Git is used to share the data. When you want to develop the backend part now, so that purpose we need Express.js, Node.js. So this Node.js is one of the runtime environment to make the JavaScript as a backend side technology. And inside Node.js, we have one of the Express module, third-party modules, which help to create the REST API or backend technology. Like that, there are thousands of modules we are using in Node.js now. And to connect the database, preferable MongoDB, which I already mentioned now. or even we can use your MySQL database also now. So this part, if you see this part front end, these two are back end connecting database this now. And to share the data, Git now. Then after that, in this journey, we are going to teach you how to deploy, how to do the testing are there now. To do the testing, we have something like a Mocha is one of the testing frameworks are there now. Or Jest also one of the testing frameworks are there now. Or Jasmine is there. So a lot of testing frameworks are there. We mentioned one of the testing framework like a Mocha. Mocha with Chai we call it, a Mocha with Chai now. And after that, what happened now, when you're developing the lot of people in application in different machine, we need to combine those all people code and we need to build the project. That purpose, we need one of the famous CI/CD tool that's called continuous integration and continuous deployment. It's taken care by Jenkins. So Jenkins is to combine more than one team code and deploy once again. And to deploy that purpose, we need the cloud mandatory now because the cloud is provided some modules to deploy our application become live now. So like that, there are a lot of clouds are there. AWS is there, Azure is there, Google Cloud is there, Oracle Cloud is are there. So we are preferable. One of the famous cloud is called AWS now. So overview of AWS will cover as a development point of view. So these are some tools, or we can say library or languages we are going to cover in this MERN stack journey.
Thank you so much, Akash, for shedding some light on these tools, platforms, library will be covering in the FSD Masters program. Moving on to the capstone projects. So I think you have talked about the capstone projects in the learning part of the program. What exactly are the capstone projects? Capstone projects, mimic real life business scenarios for true experience, which you can showcase to your future employer as well, and build a portfolio among it. You can choose from several domains based on their preference for this particular capstone project. And also capstone projects involve real world business scenarios, which requires to work with virtual labs for hands-on learning, and capstone projects are rigorous in nature, and they also provide example of your work which you can add to your portfolio and resume. Now moving on to the life tool of the learning environment of the program. Here we'll be talking about how you can manage your curriculum once you take up the program, how exactly the learning management systems by Simplilearn looks like, and how exactly the live virtual classroom looks like, how you can opt for classes, live classes, how you, if in case you have missed it, how you can also watch the recorded sessions as well as per your own time. As I mentioned, that if you're working professional or if you have other commitments, you can definitely manage with the learning management system which we have. Also, how exactly the capstone projects overview and the test demos they look like, and also how you can basically track your progress through these certificates which you will be getting from this program, and how you can track your progress as well to unlock the final master's certificate. And also we have support tools which are available 24/7 for the program, which you can access. So Akash, can you take us through the learning environment very quickly?
Yeah.
Sure. Let me know when do you want me to stop sharing my screen once you're ready. Also, we have started getting few interesting questions on the Q&A box, which I see that you have already started answering, Akash. That's great. So folks, the Q&A box is open for you. We have started answering these questions. So you can, this is a really good time in case you have any questions, you're curious about our master's program on the full stack development stack program, you can drop us a questions in the Q&A box, and the speaker has already started looking into your queries and started answering them already. So please do that in case you have any questions. I see one question on the chat here. Okay, there are plenty of questions in the chat. So sorry, folks. We are a little high on attendance and chat volume, so not able to browse through the chat very quickly. But yeah, we'll be sharing the learning environment.
Yeah, so can I share now my screen?
Sure. I'll stop sharing. You can go ahead and share.
Yeah. So, see guys, once you join the course, you can see here now Java, see full stack web development, that's a MERN stack here now. So it is mainly divided into the 4 phases now. So if I go to the go to the programs area now, where you can see this part here now, see here Agile, Git, and fundamental of JavaScript. This will cover. And inside this also will provide some, if I see, if I go to any one of the course, let me consider like a, for example, see this is a course one, which I'm getting the idea completely. Course one, which cover Agile, Git, and fundamental of JavaScript now. With the self-learning contents are there for you, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So few topics which are going to do self-learning and few are going to cover by the trainers are there. Then after that course two, which is divided into the like a creating the front end application using the React, Redux, and Node.js are there now. So this is like a completely front end now. So here we'll give just like an introduction to the Node.js are there now, because the Node.js is completely backend part here now. So the course one, course two, completely front end part here now. And after that, when you go to the course three, which you can see here now, database management using MongoDB, which I mentioned already, and connecting Node.js. So this part is completely a backend part here now. And then we are going to do here now testing and deploying your applications are there. So we need to learn how to test your application. That purpose will teach Mocha, Jest, or Jasmine testing libraries, and we'll cover the CI/CD tool using the Jenkins, and the Docker will cover here also. That's miss one icon Docker and deploy in AWS now. And after that, you need to do here now capstone projects are there now. So if you take one example, if I want to go here now, any one of this course, when I go this part here now. So here we can see self-learning contents, which are going to do. Then the live classes will come here now. So live classes, once you join the course, automatically will get that day, the trainer which is going to cover the which day, what time are there now. So you can join the live sessions are there now. And after that, every course we can get the assessment here now. So what is happening? Every course we finish, we need to do some assessments are there here now. So this type of one small example, which is come with the one of the ID, Visual Studio Code, then the Bootcamp, Bootstrap, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, GitHub here now. And we will guide you how to submit these projects are there. And then after that submission, we'll get the certificate enabled for you now. This way now. Okay, so this is live classes. So if I go to the another course, same way, different course, which you can see here now, front end, another one course two. Here again your live classes and assessments. Okay, so this is a MERN stack now. So the same way, course three, course four. Live classes and its assessment.
Thank you so much, Akash.
Yeah.
Also, we have a support tool system where you can get access to customer support 24/7 as well. The
Yeah, guys, some issue from the host. Yeah, sorry. Now we can hear you.
Yeah, hi folks. So sorry. Let me start sharing my screen. I'm so sorry. Just had a little bit of network issue from my end. But I think I am audible now. If I'm audible for you, folks on the chat here, you can just drop yes or no if I am audible. Apologies for the network issue. Moving on to the full stack developer, so we growth here on the program. So here for a full stack developer, we have seen a 35% annual growth. Awesome. Thank you, folks, for letting me know I'm audible. Thank you so much. Apologies once again. So yeah, so I've seen 35% annual growth for full stack developer 2024, and yeah, basically I'm ahead out here. Also 12K plus stack developer job postings are available in India. This goes from Indeed, and also for a full stack developer, the annual salary starts from a minimum 6 lakh INR per annum and goes with an average of 12 lakh per annum and to a maximum of 20 lakh. Again, this is an average source we have from Glassdoor. Also think about the companies that will be hiring FSD professionals. LinkedIn, Amazon, Google, Book My Show, being very few of them to name from. That does not mean it will be only hiring from many companies. Are hiring for the FSD professional role here. So, just to conclude it, what exactly we getting from this program? You'll be getting a Simplilearn's full stack development stack master's program certificate, which you can see on the screen here, and also 40 plus micro skilling exercises and 6 plus session we talked about. And also you will be developing expertise in 10 full stack development tools, which we have, thoroughly gone through. And also you will be able to build a robust Git portfolio to showcase your proficiency in building dynamic web applications. So this is it about the program. Given your interest in enrolling to the program, but before that, just also a lot of you have asked about the programming and also this as well. So before moving on to the enrollment part here, I just quickly take you through the program page link here as well. So I'm just quickly opening the link, which I will be shared as well for you. Yeah, so this is the basically program page. And also, I'm just quickly going to take you through the program page here. So as you can see, this is the full stack developer multi-stack program, master's program. And here you will be basically in top skills like MongoDB, Express.js, React, and Node.js, MERN, plus Git, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, which we have already talked about in detail. This is an online bootcamp, learning format, programmation 6 months, which we have talked about already. Also, this is how the program's certificate is going to look like, which I've already shown you. So the certificate of achievement will be from Simplilearn, and you will be getting for a full stack developer multi-stack program. And this will be a master's program certificate to your name and other credentials which are required here to fulfill. And also the skills which will be covered in the program, as well as you can see the FSD web development, backend database, server-side development, and many more skills which we have talked about. We have already covered the tools here of the program in detail by our expert Akash, and also the capstone projects you get to choose to work from. So this is the fintech sector, food delivery services, entertainment sector, and you can just quickly go and basically click on enroll here to enroll into the program. There is a learning consultant also available, for you to, in case you have any questions. We have already shared the learning criteria and EUT for you. So yeah, this is what basically the program page looks like for this particular program. And we would love to know your interest in enrolling to the full stack developer stack master's program. So I'm just launching a quick poll here. Now, this is just to understand your interest into enrollment. Even after this, the learning consultants from Simplilearn will be reaching out to you, and they will be taking you through a much more detailed walkthrough of the program. So you can respond as yes if you would like to explore and enroll into the program. And also, meanwhile you're doing that, I will be sharing the link towards the program as well, which I've shown you as well, the program page. So let me just quickly do that. Meanwhile, you are sharing your interest towards enrollment and the program. So I'm sharing the link on the chat here. So you can just click on this link, and it'll take you through the program page. You can save it for later. We will also share these details over mail as well with you, so you don't have to worry about that. So I think a lot of you have already started responding. I see a pretty active set of learners folks here. But I think let's give it like a few more seconds for other folks who are still responding. For folks who have joined us live on the YouTube channel, you can let us know your interest by clicking on the top link of which you see on the chat, which says Full Stack Development Masters Program. And it will take you to the same enrollment page which I've taken. And you can share your few details there, and you can share your interest towards enrollment. Once we are done with this enrollment poll, based on a lot of you who have already started sharing your interest towards enrollment, that's great. I'll be taking you through the few quick enrollment steps which you'll have to follow once the learning consultants will then get in touch with you, and also the program fee and upcoming cohort which you can join for this program. I'll be sharing that pretty quickly. So last 10 seconds for the poll here, folks. Would you like to enroll into the Full Stack Developer MERN Stack Masters Program? And I see that a lot of questions, interesting questions have come up about the program and FSD in general. So our expert Akash already has answered a lot of them, but few of them which we have not answered, we will be answering towards the end in the Q&A part of the session, which I have mentioned earlier. So this is a really good time. If you have any question about the program, if you have any question about a career in FSD, MERN Stack, you can let us know. You can drop us a question there. Please don't worry. Even if it's a silly question, we will love to address your query. So yeah, please do that. So last 5 seconds for the poll here, folks. Would you like to enroll into the program? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me quickly end the poll, and thank you so much. I saw a lot of you have shared interest towards enrollment to the program. So let me just quickly take you through the enrollment steps here. So the enrollment steps here are 3 simple, easy steps you will have to follow. So once the learning consultants from Simplilearn get in touch with you, they will basically make you follow these 3 simple, easy steps. Now, this is just to give you an idea, so you're aware what's going to happen. The step 1 here is you will have to submit an application to us and apply at askus@simplilearn.net. Step 2 here is the application will be going for review based on the eligibility and the criteria which I've shared with you earlier. You can also check on the link which I've shared in case you missed it if you want to go through it again. Based on that, we'll be review your qualifications and send you the admissions offer through learning consultants from Simplilearn. That is how basically simple are the enrollment steps of the program. Now talking about the program cohort and the program schedule. So the program induction will be happening on 3rd April. And also the classes will be starting on 4th May for this upcoming immediate cohort. If you want to join, because I see a few of you have asked like, when is the next immediate cohort you would like to join. So this is the next immediate cohort, which you can find on the program landing page as well, which I've shared with you. Now the program fee here for RW candidates is $1,449, including GST. And for Indian candidates here is 53,999 INR, including GST. So now, even after this webinar, in case you have any question, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at askus@simplilearn.net. Also, we have limited seats per cohort. So in order to make sure that you're getting all the attention that is required when we're taking up the program. So moving on to the Q&A part of the session here. So let's see, like Akash, I think you have managed to answer a lot of questions while I was speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe like I'm pretty sure the attendees here would love to know if there are some questions we can address which you have already answered to start with. Like if there are some interesting, important questions which they would love to know.
Guys, please post your questions. I'm very happy to answer all the questions. What is the question in your mind?
I see one question from Sabah Khurshid here. Who can join these courses, like belonging from a different background? I think background she means is okay. I think it's okay, right? You just have to have like a basic programming knowledge.
Yeah.
To start. Okay, I mean, I think we're getting a lot of questions about AI. I think I've answered already, but I think I'll just read out this question. How AI is a threat to this? How would you address it?
See, I'll answer for this. AI is a different domain. See, try to understand developing application is a different domain. So industry, you can't say one technology came, this technology gone. This is not correct point. All technology are good in their place now. So when I say the AI, machine learning, okay, artificial intelligence, these are the different streams are there now. So there are different stream in the industries are there now. So when you come to the main stack, MERN stack, Java stack, Python stack, that's the application development point of view. When you coming to the machine learning, that's a different point of view as well then. So when you come to the machine learning, if your algorithms, your maths, your statistics are good, then I prefer always you please go to that domain also. You can't say always main stack is good now. Okay. But when you come to the application point of view, I'll repeat once again, the people who like to design the application, because nowadays, if you can see everywhere application, we can access through mobile device, laptop, desktop, or in devices are there, no? In every industries are there, no? So there, this language is suitable. One of the language I can say now. Mean stack is there, MERN stack is there, Java stack is there, Python stacks are there, but all are good in their level now. But at least to start your journey in industry, you need to start with one of the language. That's very, very important.
And we have one more question by Abdul here I think this is from the chat. The future of MERN stack and Next.js in the tech world.
Yes. So what is actually that's I noticed like he mentioned the answer is going to given here, no? Because if everywhere you can see nowadays React is one of the simplest front-end side technology. If the people know Angular, I can say the comparison, but the people who don't know Angular, because see, Angular is different, React is different. So that was we call it the mean stack, MERN stack. So today we webinar is for the MERN stacks are they know. So the people from non-programming background are they are interested in the web technologies are there. So this is a very good stacks are there, no? And JavaScript is one of the dominating technology in the market. Even it is dominating even Java also now. Because when I started my career from the Java, now I'm moving to the JavaScript, then I'm going to the clouds are there now. But another point to remember in industry, you can't say this only stack is good now. Every stacks are good in their place are there now. That's very, very important now.
Thank you so much for answering that, Abdul. I hope that answers your question. Please do let us know if you have any follow-up question. Okay, we have testing also.
So in this stack, we are not assign actually that Selenium will come in Java full stack or Python full stacks are there. No, in this automation tool, Selenium we are not going to cover. We are going to cover the unit testing using the just if we join the React JS now. If you come to the Jasmine Karma, if you come to the main stacks are there now. Okay. But again, it is depend upon your request. You can give the idea about the Selenium tool also using the JavaScript, because Selenium is one of the automation tool you can use using any language like a Java, Python, PHP, JavaScript are there. Also possible. We'll cover on that if you request for that. So the trainer who's going to take your session, he will cover for.
We have one question. I think this is for me. Is this program international? Yeah, this is a global program. As you can see, a lot of folks who have joined us here also are coming from different countries. I separately, you can check out the link which I have shared with you in the Q&A box. So I think that sums up all the questions we have answered. Let me just quickly have a look. Uh, we have answered these things. Shushant. Hello, I'm currently working in investment bank. I have good finance knowledge instead of full stack developer. I'm looking for automation testing because I'm not that much strong in IT. So what do you suggest for my career? Akash, I've already replied here. We can start with MERN stack.
Yeah.
And one last question, which we already answered. I'm just going to read it out loud. Folks, please go and check out the Q&A box. We answer plenty of questions. Please go and check out in case your question is there. And let us know if you have any follow-up question. So this is by Bilal Javed, that keeping AI like then would it be referring we have responded for this that AI is for different purpose and application development is for different purpose. I think we have mentioned this again and again. I think this demand of AI, we have a lot of questions related to that. Awesome. I think we have answered all of these questions in the Q&A box already. So we'll be moving towards the end of the session. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us. And also, we saw a lot of you sharing your interest towards enrollment to the full stack developer MERN stack master's program. So I think we'll be seeing a lot of you in the upcoming cohorts. I have shared the link towards the program for you on the chat. I'll share it once again in case you want to check it out, or if you want to enroll yourself, you can go and quickly do that for yourself. In case you don't want to wait for learning consultants from them to get in touch with you for your time, and thank you so much for your insights and actively also answering this question.
Yeah, one participant asked one last question. Okay, the difference between MERN stack and mean stack, I remember. Already I told what is a MERN, MERN now. Only R and A, that's the replacement happen now, where R is called React and A is called Angular now. So React is a library. It is very simple to learn if the people are new to this technologies are there now. So that's called library. A is called Angular. That's a framework now. So please remember the people are new to the IT industry. Library is always simple to learn. Okay, easy now at the initial state now. But when developing the enterprise level application, we need to follow some set of rules and regulation. So generally React with Redux or Flux is useful to develop the enterprise level application. But when I say the Angular is a part of Google organization now, which it's called framework. So by default, it's a following the standards are there now. So only difference A and R change now. So depend upon the market, Indian market, US market or client, some client preferable React.js, some client preferable Angular now. But if you're going to learn at the initial state, React is simple. Maybe future also you can get the chance to work on Angular also now. So only difference, everything same, only R and A get changed. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for answering that question. That definitely is an interesting one. And we'll be ending the session now with that. Akash, would you like to say some names of folks here before we end the session?
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for
Thank you so much, Akash. Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a good night,
Yeah.
good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're joining us from. We'll be ending the session.